In this current pandemic, we're experiencing an immense loss of the real space-time, where most of our lived experience has suddenly become mediated through the virtual and the digital realm. In this short presentation, titled Rite of Passage in the Abyss of Contemporary Liminality, I will try to reflect on how notions of real space-time in performance art has been challenged by the current complexity of mediation. In this experimental presentation, I will try to draw attention to how this overwhelming experience of mediation in the pandemic has radically shifted the forms, medium, and context in which we can artistically work and create. I'm going to begin with a brief introduction so I can provide you with a bit of a context to understand the topic of my research, and then we will move into screening a recording virtual assemblage comprising a collaborative and solo improvisational performative recordings created remotely through the web camera during time of isolation. My research at York University focused on the various relationships between dance performance and its document, and the challenges of preserving the liveness and embodied experience in performance art. Drawing from anthropology, ethnography, dance and visual arts, I was interested in examining historical, methodological, and conceptual approaches to consider intermediate phases of gestures while affirming a relationship with liminality, a state of being in between, where physical and emotional borders are continuously shifting, changing, replacing, relocating, constructing and reconstructing body identities such as Amelia Jones, memories, Philip Aslander, and Andrea Space and place have been extensively discussed. My investigation relations between live moment and performance. What is known at the center of these discussions, like questions about the documentation formative practice to preserve, further interrogate the embodied and time-based I have made during the pandemic, in an effort to assumptions of the phenomenological perspective on these topics of live performance from other mediated performances presents as commonly understood is a state that entails the unimmediate in time and place. What occurs in the moment of performative action happens here and now, as Peggy Phelan's argue in her book Unmarked from 1993, that debating the assumptions of the distinct lives is in the present of live performance from other mediated performance recorded, documenting these ideas within performance studies in the circulation of representations of concern to the body. Once it does so, materiality, it becomes something other than performance. So revisiting these scholarly discussions from this point in time brings questions about their relevance. If performance as it is perceived and understood as live and ephemeral, how does the term live inquires or perceived in our current time? What might be the current positions concerning the repetibility of the present moment and the ephemerality in the context of virtual mediation? Is live performance a fleeting, once-in-a-moment experience in which the digital liveness, its only life and artistic material, the definition of what present applied on digital liveness, reconfigured or the live forms notions become mediatized, looking at the history of performance from having a temporal, artistic practice significance to multiple ideas in the research simultaneity felt within and has in between frames, significant place in the development of mediated liveness in isolation, in performance, and yet situated in the art other bodies of the 60s and the 70s in New York City, in between existential space and the fluxus activities and technological epiphanies, with artists such as Joan Jonas, Trisha Brown, Yvonne Rainer, Simone Forti, and interrogate our understanding of shouted to liberate despite their performances from being tied to documentation of liveness, a process of archiving not only to the medium a record of live event, but also archiving process of becoming. The use of the virtual as a space for creation during the pandemic illuminated the necessity of recording technologies in the various stages of performance, particularly during improvisational methods of practice and performative research. Throughout the time frame of this pandemic, I have been engaged with performative research through many collaborations, improvisational encounters, virtual teaching, and other digital ritualistic gatherings. My aim was to continue investigating as a mode of abstract liveness and to explore with others the various digital recording to be engaged in performative action, even though this did not yet have a digital assemblage that I'm going to show you right now. Creative power of the rituals happening at the threshold of action, the image, and quality time and movement that these bodies seizing multiple while recognizing that our rituals, our bodies and places are becoming displaced, intermediated, and impalpable.
If in your office you as an intellectual worker were supplied with a computer display backed up by a computer that was alive for you all day and was instantly responsive, instantly responsive to every action you had, how much value could you derive from that? Well, this basically characterizes what we've been pursuing for many years in what we call the Augmented Human Intellect Research Center at Stanford Research Institute. We're going to try our best to show you rather than tell you about this program. It's generating the text view that's being piped down here on my console. So as those are faded in and out between the two, you can just sort of compare them. So that's very nice. There's my mouse moving around in Menlo Park, my tracking spot. So our displays work with those being watched by commercial cameras. Look at my black commercial TV cameras, 875 line scanning rates with a fairly high resolution. Look at that. From there on out to the display station, the standard video microwave system. If we back up the camera shot a little bit, we'll see that we have a whole rack full of equipment here, serving 12 of them, but you'll notice quite a lack of cameras mounted on. We seem to have stolen them all for the show.
The corresponding image of the same, and that this process of self-identity is a leap into narrative that employs seeing as a way of knowing. It's about the disappearing bodies within the work, ghosting, evaporating, conferring freedom through invisibility. If we can't be seen, we exist in a fluid state, becoming who we are by continuously being who we are not.
I'm searching for you. Something has changed. The raindrops falling. In the middle. I woke up because my heart just skipped a beat. Heart, you tireless traveler. Around me night, so dark that I could see it from within. See my own retina at work. Millions and millions of cones and rods, creating millions and millions of dots of light, translucent in daytime, vibrant at night. An oscillating curtain, a private Milky Way for the display of my dreams.
For you, and you set the intention of what your ritual might be about.